welcome. Again, talking backstage, I was like, oh, California going up, but you guys came from Philly and Jersey. So is this your first time here in like Northern California?
For me, yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
If it's for you, it must be for me because we do everything kind of together now. Yeah, I guess, but like California kind of all looks the same to me. Sorry, guys. I'm an East Coast person. I mean, that all kind of looks the same too. So
Right. Oh,
It all blends together.
it does at this point.
so I am from Orlando, and of course the big scuttlebutt in Orlando, and of course in LA, is Halloween Horror Nights coming up. And they announced this year, next week. Oh, I don't. If you guys want to look through the back of the room, Oh no.
Oh shit. We cannot get rid of this fucking guy.
But we have the Terrifier house coming to Halloween Horror Nights. You guys excited? Are you guys going to be able to go?
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
I just got word today. I'm gonna be there.
Oh, fantastic. Which one?
California.
California.
California
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
California.
That's gonna be a blast.
We've both never done it before.
You've never
Never,
never
no.
done Halloween Horror Nights?
No, which is like a sin. I love Halloween. I just, I'm an East Coast person.
Right.
And also, there's one in Orlando.
Yeah, on one in Orlando.
But
Just
I-
a short jaunt down.
Oh, that's true. I guess. I don't know. I just haven't had the time or really the reason, but now I do, and I'm really excited to smell whatever the smells are that
Yes.
they're promising, and not looking forward to that. But it'll be fun. I'm really excited.
So that being said, let me ask you, if you could create your own Halloween Horror Nights house, whether like as an original, like with original idea, or as like an existing IP, like a favorite horror IP that you have, what would the basis of that house be?
This is a really hard question. I've never been asked this before.
I have my answers if you need time.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay.
You go first.
I love Hell House LLC. I don't know if has anybody out here seen Hell House? Yeah, intimate crowd. Let's go. Also, I've also love the film Caveat. It's an Irish film. If you've seen The Oddity, has anybody seen The Oddity? Same filmmaker, amazing. There's this little toy rabbit that like it's really creepy. I recommend it. I don't get scared when I watch horror, but I literally was like covering my eyes, and I never do that. So I recommend watching it. If they have like little creaky houses and stuff like that. So those would be my two. But I mean,
Okay.
I also love Halloween, 1978, and all the classics as well.
Since you're going with the classics, let's do a new one. What about Sinners?
Sinners.
That could be pretty fun.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, and the visuals would be fantastic.
Yeah.
So
100%.
So you guys kind of touched upon it. Were you? And I think the answer is going to be yes. But were you a horror thriller fan growing up?
definitely.
What were some of your favorites?
Ooh, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like my favorite horror movie of all time. House of a Thousand Corpses was one of the first horror films I ever watched. There was a lot of scenes where I had to turn away. Oh man, what else? Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors. I love a lot of like the original fun classics. Yeah.
Yes. The first film I ever saw was Poltergeist,
Okay.
and it sparked my fear of clowns, coincidentally,
Yes,
and
okay.
almost karmically. Like, I don't know why that this has happened to me, but also, like, I really love like early 2000s Japanese horror and Korean horror. I really love. I was having a conversation about this like a few nights ago. I mean, just horror from all over the world has evolved over the years as
Yeah.
well. So I've just been a fan my whole life, and I probably will always be a fan, and will probably keep finding my way back to the horror genre in my career as well.
Is that what you're hoping for? But also, I guess, hoping not to be typecast in that as well, right?
Yes, for me, yes. My team and I have passed on a lot of horror offers this year, which
Okay,
is
that
both
makes-
very scary and also it's a career move, and because we've had some other meetings with other types of directors and stuff. So I just want to like work on in Hawaii and not be covered in blood. Like that would be so nice. Or do a rom-com, like not scream at the top of my lungs and lose my voice every day on set. But yes.
For me, my number one goal when I started acting in general was to be in a horror film, and for Terrifier to be my first one is crazy. I love film in general, and I would be open to anything, but typecast me all you want. I'm cool with being the nerd in a horror film. I'll take it.
Do you think that, especially Terrifier 3, but do you think Terrifier 3 may be the new Nightmare Before Christmas, where it is seen during Halloween season, but also has that longevity during Christmas season as well?
That I'll also take. Nightmare Before Christmas is like my mom's like favorite movie, one of her favorite movies of all time. When we do watch it all the time during Christmas, we've watched it during Halloween.
100% right. So is this the next evolution?
It might have that effect. I'll be watching Terrifier 3 during. Well, y'all, you watching Terrifier on Christmas and Halloween? All right.
I hope so. I hate Christmas. It depresses me. Like, I don't know. I mean, close your ears, children or adults. When I found out Santa wasn't real, I was really upset. I called my mom a liar. I was like, you lied to me? I was so upset. So I don't really like Christmas. But I do love horror Christmas. And I've seen Black Christmas. Like, only...
Like the original?
The original.
Okay, right.
Yes, the original. Like a year ago for the first time. And that was my fault. For a long time, I was like, oh, it came out. I'm an idiot. It came out forever ago. It's probably not scary. Boy, was I fucking wrong. It is scary, and like the voice actor of the slasher is so good. I hear it was the director, or like it was him and some other people. Maybe someone in the crowd has the answer there, but just loved it so much. So I love horror Christmas and Nightmare Before Christmas and all those stop motion and Coraline and stuff like that, even though it's not really the same. But anyway.
So is there another holiday that you think that you could make a horror movie around? I mean, they just had Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Like last year, 2 years ago.
Let's do random. Let's throw like Easter. Why not, right? Easter, like a bunny goes rabid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. What do you guys think of that?
A bunny monster? Yeah, rabbit bunny monster. Yeah. I came with this on the spot.
Has there been like... Well, I guess Jaws is kind of a 4th of July one.
Right. I guess, yeah, that's the...
I was born on Flag Day, June 14th. So it would be fun, and it would be kind of funny to see like a more like patriotic type of holiday type.
Like all
horror.
the killings with like flags?
Yes, like impale someone from the... Yes. I would love to see that, and then you just like... that's probably been done in a movie, honestly.
A crazy reveal scene where someone walks in and they see their family member with just a flag.
Just sticking out of their... and right out their ass. Yeah, that'd be great.
Start writing this right after this.
Someone write it.
Ellie, I think that's... We're all kind of maybe under the... and I know you can't really speak either way, but maybe under the hopefulness that maybe... Jonathan is still alive. What do you guys think? Before we talk about it, you guys think Jonathan's still alive?
Yes. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Number one rule: you didn't see him die. If you didn't see it on screen. So did you? Again, I know you can't talk about what possibly is out there. But what were your initial thoughts? Was that your initial thought when reading that part of the script?
The truth is I actually don't know if I'm dead or not. So now, especially with all the theories and hearing everybody's, talking to all of y'all, I don't know what to believe. I have no clue. But when I do have to say, when I did watch Terrifier 3 for the first time, I thought I was just dead. But then...
You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, wow, okay, crazy fun reveal scene, and then right after you're kicking Art's ass, and I was like, okay, this is pretty fucking awesome. But right after that, seeing the premiere for the first time, I was getting messages, comments, and people thinking, you can't be dead, you're not dead. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm not. So who knows?
If we want honesty here, and this is an intimate crowd, it stays between us, right? I personally think that it was Damien's original thought that Jonathan dies, but then there was an uproar about it. And so I feel like it might have changed his mind. So if you want Jonathan, make some noise if you want Jonathan to be alive. Yeah. Yes. I agree.
Art the
Even Art the
is giving
Clown's
a big
like,
thumbs
never
down.
mind. Jesus,
you,
this
Art.
fucking guy. yeah, so if you keep making noise about it to Damien, maybe it'll change his mind.
All
So
right, all of you have to comment. send
let's
an email-
all
that-
DM Damien
right now.
together.
Yes,
Spam
right now,
that fucker.
yes.
Perhaps the most important question: what was Jonathan's major? I don't think it was ever talked. I mean, I know who he associated with, but what was was it ever mentioned?
It was not mentioned.
So what do you have a theory? Do you have a headcanon on what you think Jonathan's major was?
Oh man. Maybe music, some sort of music thing. He had a lot of posters, but then again in Terrifier 3 he took all of his metal posters down.
Oh, Jonathan, he had an arc. He changed.
changed, he
His
had an
clothes weren't as dark. He wasn't as
Yeah.
cool anymore.
I don't know. Maybe some sort of science thing. He's got. I mean, I'm pretty nerdy. Maybe some sort of something fun. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Something in the sciences.
Something. While filming, how difficult were some of the scenes in terms of at the end of the day and unwinding, going to sleep, having some of these visions in your head, getting a good night's sleep, not having nightmares about this?
For me, I would just fall asleep instantly. I was like, oh my God, that was a crazy day. Oh. But I mean, Terrifier 3, I didn't get bloodied up as much or anything.
Right.
But in Terrifier 2, when we would come home, I'd see like some cool, fun prosthetic scar on my face. I would look in the mirror, I'm like, wow, this is really happening. This is insane. And then I would go to sleep.
That's such a great question because people don't often think about the stamina it takes to be a performer, especially for, I mean, theater as well, but TV and film, working 12-hour days, and in the case of Terrifier 2, many more hours than that. So for Terrifier 2, I slept whenever I could, which wasn't often. But for Terrifier 3, I just would go into my hotel room, maybe order some Chipotle and watch South Park, and I was usually good. But there were some days, especially the screaming days and the traumatic days, that I was like, well, maybe I should breathe, do some meditation and stuff like that, which doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. But yeah, some actors have their own little closing ceremony, is a wrong way to put it, but you get the
I know what you're
idea.
saying.
Yeah.
Did you're talking about the prosthetics on your face makes me wonder, did you ever go out while having prosthetics on, while having blood on, you know what, I'm feeling up for Burger King, let's just hit the drive-through?
Actually, no. I really wish I did, but I did, just not for Terrifier, but for a short film that my dad and I actually produced. I have well, I don't know if that's a spoiler. Never mind. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. Where's my? Yeah, he says no. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, the thumb across the throat says no. But okay, talking about blood and things like that. Any stunts go wrong? Did while you were filming, any injuries? Yes. Yeah.
Wait, you did though also, right? No. You tripped a lot.
Oh well. Yeah, that's not really stunts gone wrong. That's just me being clumsy and tripping. But have you had any stunts gone wrong?
Yes. Certainly for Terrifier 2, literally blood, sweat, and tears, real ones, go into every horror film I've ever been in. But specifically for Terrifier 3, on my very last day, this was my last day, I thought I was home free. So Olga, our brilliant, beautiful, amazing wardrobe and set designer on set, because Damien wanted it to look like a true vintage Christmas. So Olga got these beautiful real glass Christmas ornaments, and I was barefoot, if you remember. So we're doing the scene where Sienna reaches, spoilers, sorry, for Gabby in the pit of hell. And I'm also, I guess, fighting art on the side. I don't remember. This whole thing was a blur. And I stepped on a Christmas ornament barefoot, and it was just lodged into my foot. And there was real blood, and I'm limping, and I'm like, something hurts, and I don't know why. My whole body hurts most of the time. And I was like, but this one hurts more. And Damien and our DP took a half hour to pull it out. And it just had to keep going after that. Like, and that's what a low budget set is like. You know, like
Right.
you just we're all kind of working together to make shit work. Hopefully, it's really a miracle any film gets done. So that happened, and I mean, I don't know. I had bruises all over my body, and like I still have it in my phone somewhere, like just like, oh, my cool bruise, because it's kind of like battle scars. But yeah, it happens in every horror film I've ever been in. It's a hard job.
It's just it's funny because all the blood and the gore and the scenes that were in, especially Terrifier 3, and then I saw the same reactions that I was having on the screen. You're like, oh, I had a piece of glass in my foot. Everyone's like, oh no, but still watching that movie. So you mentioned you don't scream during horror movies, right? So what does scare you? What are you guys scared of?
I have screamed at a horror movie before. One time, it was watching The Visit for some reason. It was a while ago, so I was younger. But the scene where they hide the camera and she's running around and then she's that freaked me out so much. I don't know why, and it made me scream. Yeah, The Visit got me pretty good. What else?
Is there any other, is there a fear of heights? Is there a fear like spiders, clowns?
Yeah. One of my earliest, and it's a weird memory, one of my earliest memories when I was a young kid, we went to like some sort of carnival thing, like a street fair, and there was like a little van thing where they had like all these little toys and stuff, and I walked in, and I was like playing, and then a clown walked in, and I ran out screaming. Yeah. So, fear of heights for sure. Not so much spiders as much recently. I kind of just stare at them until they go away, and they never do. Yeah. Heights, clowns.
Yeah. Clowns.
Clowns.
Also, porcelain dolls scare the hell out of me. Like, ever since, again, Poltergeist, like, it sparked my
right.
fear of, like, dolls and clowns. I have a lot. Like, the older I get, the more fears I get, because I'm like, oh, I could die at any moment, and this is terrifying. I also, during the pandemic, developed a fear of thalassophobia. And if you don't know what that is, because we were all doom scrolling during the pandemic, like, we were all just miserable, still and it's just like fear of the deep, dark blue ocean. And I'm just like, what's going on down there? Like, what is there? Like, we know better what's happening in space than and this is on our Earth. Isn't that crazy? I'm like, there's a kraken in there that will kill us. Like, I'm sure of it. And mermaids actually scare me. Like, the idea of sirens, mermaids, they are terrifying. Like a humanoid fish that will sing you to your death. I would fall for it, by the way. Like, I'm sure I would. So yeah,
Be so enthralled, be like,
yeah. I know, I would fall in love immediately. I'm like, okay, just kill me, it's fine. And yeah, so just the ocean, and also big bodies of water now. Like, I stay away from pools now. Like, I know there's not a shark in there, but
I mean, I think we've all been there though. We're like, oh, I'm gonna jump into this pool and there's gonna be a shark there.
oh, 100%. The dark, like, people are scared of the dark. I'm scared of the water in the dark. Like, that's terrifying to me. So, yeah, I'm afraid of a lot of things.
So we do have some time. If you guys have questions, please feel free to line up. But I'm gonna. You mentioned clowns, so I'm gonna ask if you could, if each of you have a top five clowns. Do you guys have a top 5 clown? Like, who are your favorite, I guess, or possibly least favorite clowns?
Yeah, I have top 5 least favorite clowns.
Okay, top 5 least favorite clowns.
Number 1 is Art. No, I love Art. I love Art the Clown. Sorry, buddy. I love Art the Clown. So he's at number 5, not number 1. Definitely the Hell House Clown. Like, he's scary as hell if you've seen it. Poltergeist Clown. That scares the hell out of me. But I do love Pennywise, even though he does scare me. And I mean, the newer ones.
I was gonna say which the OG or
Tim Curry. He's
Tim Curry.
just terrifying and brilliant in that role. And I mean, Skarsgård did a great job too. It's a different interpretation, but like, if you grew up with it, it's kind of imprinted on your heart. So yeah.
I'm just trying to think of clowns. Like, what would be my? I might not have an answer for this one. I could give like my top 3.
Okay.
Like, I'm ripping right off of yours.
Okay.
Poltergeist, Pennywise, and Art the Clown. I forget the name of the clown in The Simpsons. That's a fun clown.
Krusty?
Krusty?
Krusty.
Captain Spaulding from.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Captain Spaulding. That actually is definitely that's a good call. When I was younger, because House of a Thousand Corpses was the first horror film I ever watched. Whenever we weren't watching it, I would say, because I was really young, I was put on the clown show, put on the clown show, over and over again. I actually got to meet Sid Haig in the makeup and got a picture with
Oh,
her.
in the makeup.
Yeah, I
that's-
was like this
R.I.P..
tall. I'm like doing this face.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
Well, I want to piggyback on that. So, while at a convention on a movie set, something, has there been a moment where you met another celebrity, you were sitting next to another celebrity at a table, and you kind of fanboyed out? Either you couldn't speak, or maybe you spoke too much.
Giancarlo Esposito, Cole Sprouse was pretty
Oh.
wild. And I think I thought at first I completely ruined it because I saw him like pass by in the green room. I was like, hey, and then I was like, oh no! I was like, that's it. I'm like a nervous wreck. But then I actually had a conversation with him at some point. He's the sweetest dude. But yeah, Giancarlo Esposito definitely was a big nerd out moment for me. And I met him a bunch of times at conventions, and he's here at this one,
He's
which
here.
is also
Yeah,
pretty
he's here
cool.
today. Yeah, or he'll be here this weekend. But yeah.
I have so many stories. I am so awkward. Like I just word vomit, diarrhea of the mouth, constipation of the brain. The first time I met Sally Field, it didn't happen here. I worked on a show with her, and we didn't have a scene together. And it was funny because I was already friendly with Jason Segel because it was his show, and I felt like bro with him. And then I saw Sally Field come in, and I'm looking at Jason Segel. I was like, should I say hi? Like, should I talk to her? And he's like, go, dude. Just she's right there. And I'm like, okay, I'll go. And I go up to her, and I'm like, all right, be cool. Like, you're talking to Jason Segel. Like, this is fine. And I go up to her and I'm like, Sally, I'm such a huge fan. And I like wrote a paper on her in college, like my first acting class ever. And I like word vomited. Like, I wrote an essay on your work and I just love her. And she's this little woman. She's just like, okay, like Jesus Christ. And I was like, can you sign your memoir, please? She's a huge inspiration to me, like Steel Magnolias, Sybil. She's so many amazing roles. But recently I met Bruce Campbell. And I love Bruce Campbell. If you know me, I love, Jesus Christ, I am excited. I love Evil Dead. And we have like private areas for the guests. And I thought just my partner was in the room. And I was using the bathroom. And I come out. I told you this story. And I come out and I'm like, honey, I'm so sorry. I just took the longest piss of my life. And it just like was never ending. And Bruce Campbell is just on his phone like, hey. And I'm just like, hey, Bruce, I love you. I'm so sorry. My name's Lauren. And he was just like, yeah, it's cool. And I'm always very awkward, clearly. I've just hit myself in the face with the microphone. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time.
There's one that I forgot to mention.
Oh.
I got to meet Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul in like a ShopRite.
They selling their alcohol?
Yeah, they were selling. I worded it out
okay,
as a trick. They were just selling their alcohol and signing the bottles. But I nerded out. I said, you guys are such huge inspirations for me when it comes to acting. The only reason why I become like a little bit prepared is because the entire time while I'm waiting, I'm like rehearsing in my head what I want to say.
Right, because you know it's coming. Unlike
Yeah.
unlike sitting down at a table with Bruce Campbell,
Oh, yeah,
like that, you
that-
don't
that's
know it's coming.
different.
At least you're preparing what you're gonna say.
Yeah, and with Sally Fields, that's more on the spot too. Like,
It was a
I-
table
Right.
read, and I was like, oh, we're supposed to be on the same level. I'm fucking not. I'm like nobody, and she's Sally Field, and yeah, no, I get it.
Is there somebody else? Who is the pinnacle of, oh my God, there's no way I could talk to them?
I would talk to anybody. Just
got
make a fool of myself. I would just make a fool of myself.
I got to meet Ozzy Osbourne, and that was one of those moments where I was, metal figures, hell yeah. And he was doing a signing at a con, and I got my record signed, and we weren't even supposed to take pictures at the booth thing, but he was like, just come out real quick, we'll just do a picture. And I got a picture with Ozzy Osbourne with my whole family. It was so awesome. Memory I'll never ever forget.
That's awesome. Looks like we have some questions here. Hello. Step right up to the mic. Hello. What is your name?
Hi.
My name is Damien.
Hello.
Hi, Damien.
Nice to meet you.
Right. What was your favorite scene to film in either of the Terrifier movies?
I mean, all of our scenes together are definitely comes in mind first. Working with my big sis, I've also learned a lot from Lauren. She's taught me a lot about acting. Acting's reacting. I'll never ever forget that. And then a random fun one for Terrifier 3 was when I got to smash my room up. It's very, very therapeutic. Yeah. Oh, so therapeutic. I had to destroy things. I was like, you sure I could flip this over?
You got paid to destroy. People
Yeah.
pay to do that, and you got paid to do it.
Yeah, I would pay to go in a rage room.
Same. I love that.
And I got to do it on film.
That's awesome. I totally didn't. Damien better write something for me for Terrifier 4 where I can rage, get angry at something. The finales for both. Like, I loved our team up. Like, it's still, like, it hits a lot of people when they come up to me and tell me, we get a lot of siblings, which is so amazing. And they're like, oh, you know, when Sienna goes and saves Jonathan and throws her body on top, they always say, I would do that for my sibling. And I'm just like, oh my God, I don't have a brother. I mean, I do now, but yeah, and also for Terrifier 3, the finale for sure. Even though, you know, I actually was bleeding, actually was crying, actually was miserable and sweating and disgusting, it was really fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Damien.
Hello. What's your name?
Isaiah.
Hi, Isaiah.
Hi again.
Isaiah, good to see you again.
So I was going to ask, you guys play really convincing brother and sister on the screen, and I was curious if you can kind of touch upon, you know, what it was like when you guys first met, and what was the process of you guys kind of finding your footing and like finding that natural, you know, rhythm with each other.
Almost instantly, on my second audition was my callback in person. She was there, and it was like a chemistry read, and she was already really, really cool to me and treating me like a big sis. And then on the final audition, Damien and the whole Terrifier crew that was there would surprise me with more takes, more scenes that I of course didn't prepare for. And she was like, "Oh, you know, let's just go over here to the side. We're gonna just, you know, go over it real quick," and made me feel really comfortable. And definitely took the nerves off of that audition. It probably could have been a big reason why I got the role, to have that little bit of extra preparation and confidence, thanks to my big sis over here.
You were great to begin with. It's so fucked up that they do that to you, like, on set. They're like, oh, here's a new scene. You've never seen it before. Do you want to do it now? And so, like, as an actor, if you're ever looking into acting, if that happens to you, be like, yeah, I'll just gonna own your space if you're an actor, and I'm just gonna go on a rant, and be like, I'm gonna take 10 minutes, thank you so much, and just go to the side and fucking put it. I don't like using AI, but it's taking over the world. So just use ChatGPT. Be like, what is happening in this scene? If you have the time, like, use it to your advantage at this point. Obviously, I'm very sour about AI. But yeah, no, I mean, when we first met, like, even, I mean, Justin was there, Elliott's dad, and I love the Fullams, I love their whole family, and he was like, you guys look alike. And I'm like, you're right. And I feel like we always talk about how, like, in previous lives, we feel like we were related, if previous, like, lives are a thing. We just connected. There is no explanation. Sometimes it's just like when you meet someone and you click immediately. And that's the magic of filmmaking too. And that's why you should never take it personally if you are an actor or, you know, something like that, and you don't get the job, you just weren't right for them. That doesn't mean that you're not right for someone else. And when these like-minded individuals come together, like we did, it's like magic. It just was meant to be. That's cheesy, but that's all I can come up with.
Thank you. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Isaiah.
Hello. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Victoria.
Hi, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria. I love your dress.
Thank you. It's so amazing to see you in person. Just sorry about that, but Art has become such a iconic horror movie character, and it was really interesting to hear your guys' history with horror movies. So if it was a perfect world, what is a horror movie character or horror movie icon you would put your characters up against?
Oh, man, I you know, I love this question, and I've always said like a specific horror film, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or like Hellraiser would be really cool. Like imagine Art versus Pinhead, or us going against Pinhead. That'd be so cool. But let's just. I recently thought, why don't you just like throw them all in one movie? Like that'd be like
Why
so.
are you you're setting us up for failure here?
Yeah, but like it'd be such a fun
it would
movie.
be iconic. It would be iconic.
Like why not? Like you're running away, and then all like you see Jason, and then you're like, oh man, we need to get some rest. You sleep in Freddy Krueger's in your dreams. Like it would be so much fun to film something like that, and we'd be working with like our heroes. Might as well, right?
100%.
Well, it's not gonna happen, but that would be pretty wild.
Well, don't say it. Just it might happen. You don't know. Yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah, all of them. I usually say this for art, but I would like to see Ash go because I love Ash from Evil Dead. Because he's been a Deadite. Like he's been evil. Like what if he was evil, or what if we were evil? I want to play evil. Will someone cast me as a villain, please? But yeah, so probably that, or of course Freddy. Like I mean, you can't. He's amazing. Or I'm looking at Ghostface right now. I mean, well, that's more scary movie Ghostface. Like what's up? Anyway. Yeah, most of them. It's so hard because they're all so iconic and amazing. Yeah, don't really have an answer. That fucking doll from Poltergeist. Fuck that guy.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Victoria.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hey there. I guess we don't need a name. We all know who I am. But kind of building up on that question, say if the tables were turned and we all went to fight Art, who would win?
All of us?
No, I mean like Jason, Freddy.
Oh,
yours
okay. I
truly.
thought we were all turning
like-
into like a fighting
so like a
gang
Let's
here.
just start here.
so like
We're all
a
fighting
horror movie icon battle royale.
Yes.
Ooh. So who would win out of if every horror movie icon was the
Oh man, you gotta really. Honestly, if you take it, no bias. Well, there is some bias. I actually think Art the Clown would have a big chance if he has like Vicky and has like his powers and stuff, and if he can't die, I think he would have a good chance. Of course, he'd be going up again. I think his real biggest, person that would would be like Jason would be very
that's
very
what I was-
hard
yeah.
to go up against. But I think Art would have a pretty good chance, unless Pennywise turns into a giant turtle or something. That would be pretty bad.
It's impossible to answer. Like, I don't know, because they're all kind of supernatural at this point, right? And I mean, Art is only supernatural when he has the little pale girl or Vicky helping him out. Otherwise, he's mortal, as we saw in Terrifier 3. I don't know, maybe Alien, rip everybody to shreds. Does that count? I don't know.
I think so.
Right?
But didn't he lose his powers at the end of Terrifier 3?
He did. Yeah.
That is true.
Because Vicky is no longer there. Vicky, well, the little pale girl in 2 who became Vicky. Convoluted, I don't know. Maybe for you guys, I'm trying to explain it well. That, yes, she was responsible for his supernatural whatevers. Does that make sense? I'm not the person to ask, where's Damien when you need him?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If Art doesn't have supernatural powers, I don't know. I don't think he would do it. But if with it, maybe. Let's like make a video game out of this.
That would be
Why not, right? I would play that.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Josue.
Nice to
Um,
meet you.
Nice to meet you guys too. I was gonna say, like, how'd you guys get into acting?
I grew up a huge fan of film and just art in general. I wanted to be a force for good, whether it was through music, whether it was through even social media or acting. And Terrifier has just kind of worked out. And yeah, I just wanted to help people. I wanted to give people the same effect that some of my favorite actors or favorite films or favorite songs give me. And I think art, music, film is the ultimate therapy, my favorite therapy. So I just wanted to be a part of it and help people.
That's so sweet. Yeah, mine's kind of sad. The reason why I wanted to be, I mean, I've always wanted to. I grew up watching I Love Lucy. Any Lucille Ball fans here? I'm such a fan of her. She's incredible. My grandmother wanted to be an actress. She was born in the 30s. She settled down and had 6 kids. And she helped raise me with my mom. And she was on her deathbed. And I was just kind of sitting next to her, and she was my favorite person in the world. And I was just looking at all of my aunts and uncles, just kind of hovering over her and just looking at her life. And I'm like, she never even got to try. She never even tried. So right after she died, I quit my job. I was an optician at the time. I was making very good money. I was very happy at the job, and my boss was amazing. And the same night that I quit, I cried my way to my first acting class and never looked back. So it's really sad and stupid. Like, don't do it that way. Be smarter than me. But I was lucky to book Terrifier as early as I did in my career. And now I get to meet you guys. So, yeah, full circle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. I like your jacket.
Hi,
How's it
thank
going?
you.
I like your jacket
Good,
too.
Thank you. I wanted to ask if while you guys were filming the movies, did you guys have any weird or unexplainable dreams or nightmares while filming?
Not dreams or nightmares, but there was some unexplainable things right before we went to go. Right before I went to sleep, one of the nights filming Terrifier 2, all the stuff Sienna's bedroom, or the dinner table scene. We were actually sleeping in that building, in that house. And one of the nights, right before we went to bed, my dad was like, "Oh yeah, have a good night, man. Really, really great day." I said, "Yeah, good night, good night." And the lights in our room turned off right when we were saying good night. Right after I said good night, it just turned off. I was like, "Okay, this is definitely haunted, ghosts for sure." So yeah, that for sure, definitely. So that's probably the one main unexplainable thing that pops up in my head first.
Yes, I don't think it happened during I was filming. It was sometime between Terrifier 2 and 3. But it was very much okay, first of all, let me preface this. Dave, who plays Art the Clown, doesn't scare me. He's not a scary guy. He's very sweet. And even him in his Art the Clown getup doesn't scare me. I had a dream about Art the Clown, and it wasn't Dave. It was Art the Clown as we see him on TV. Just like, what was it, New Nightmare that did that? Which Nightmare on Elm Street was it? Which one was it? The one where she played herself? Yeah, the one where she played herself, and she actually, yes, it was like that. Maybe I just watched too many horror films. And it scared the hell out of me, and I texted Dave. I was like, dude, I just had a dream about Art the Clown. It was the scariest shit that ever happened to me. Just stay away from me for a while. Don't talk to me for a while. Because Art the Clown is terrifying. Dave is a wonderful actor, and on set, he's goofy. But the way his performance paired with how Damien edits it is terrifying. Yes, that was very scary. Long-winded, but that is my answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
All right, so we only got a couple minutes left, so we do have a couple more questions. We're gonna get through these. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. It's Alfredo.
Hi, Alfredo.
So, I know you talked about how you turned down some horror movie roles because you don't want to be in that category. But is there a certain horror movie franchise you guys would like to join?
My favorite, I would be down with any of them, but also any new horror film. I mean, this past run of the past couple of years of horror movies have been insane. Sinners, Weapons. I haven't seen Weapons yet.
No, me
I've
neither.
heard it's good. I've actually heard from some fans today that it's really good.
You seen Longlegs?
I have
Oh,
seen
yes.
Longlegs.
I enjoyed it a lot. Yes.
I would love to work with Nicolas Cage. That was pretty wild.
Same.
Then you have Nosferatu, Sinners. Any one of those would be pretty fun. Or even Smile. That's a new
I really
horror
like Smile.
franchise. That could be pretty fun. The Substance was a lot. I'm just going to talk forever. But if I had to choose a classic franchise, maybe some sort of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because that's my favorite horror film of all time. It'd be like a full circle moment for me, for sure.
I fully agree. Something new would be great. Evil Dead, my favorite franchise. If they came a knocking, I'd be like, tomorrow, let's go. But just because I've passed on offer roles doesn't mean I want to stay away from horror forever, because I do love horror. It's just they were very similar to Sienna. They were very similar to Terrifier, and I want to challenge myself as an artist, right? Like, what's the point if not? And I want to connect with other people and different kind of horror. Yes, weapons I haven't seen, but I would definitely want to work with Zach Regger, like very much. Yeah, I love horror. Don't get me wrong. I'll still do horror, and my next film will be a horror film, so don't worry. Yay!
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello again.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Rico.
Hi, Rico.
How's
Hi
it
again.
You guys keep talking about all the franchises you guys grew up watching, Evil Dead, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now that you guys are part of such an iconic franchise, how do you deal with like the fame and everything that comes along with it?
I just like pretend it doesn't exist. I don't deal with it. It is like a
That's healthy.
every once in a while I'll get like 10 seconds. I'm like, wait, well, oh my God, this is insane. Oh my God, I can't believe it. And then it just goes away. I'm like, okay, thank God. Yeah, I would say it is pretty wild. I also grew up going to horror conventions as well. To even be to sign at a horror convention, where even like if I see like a little kid walk up, I was that kid walking up to some of my favorite horror. Like I was just saying, Sid Haig. I got to meet Sid Haig. For me, it is pretty wild, and I won't take it for granted at all.
My life hasn't changed that much, aside from, listen, I'm doing this, and this is great. I feel like I just make friends a lot quicker, and which is great. I wish I had this kind of outlet when I was a kid. I would have been the first in line at these things. I didn't even know it was a thing. I was very sheltered. But yeah, my life hasn't changed that much. The only thing that can be a little bizarre, this is intimate, right? Like I'm gonna get real honest with you guys. I was at a sex store with my partner recently, and just because you do that sometimes, and the girl behind the desk was like, "Are you Lauren LaVera?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Can I get a picture and put it on our sex shop website?" I was like, "Yeah." And so that's a little interesting.
You know, it's kind of crazy how you say that. I went to a Spencer's once,
Oh, okay.
and
That's kind of a sex shop.
Yeah, and I was in the back of a Spencer's, as you do, right?
You do with where the
And
sex toys are.
A fan recognized me and said, "Wait, are you Ellie from Jonathan from Terrifier?" And they got a picture with me, and I looked at the picture in the background. You
in the
see
background.
all the stuff, right? And I was really hoping they would
this.
post it. Yes. Yep. Exactly like that.
What is wrong with this?
I was really hoping they would repost it, so I had that image, but they never did.
Aw, damn.
But that image exists It's
Somewhere. In someone's
Thank you,
basement.
guys. Love
Thank
you.
you. Thanks, man.
All right, we have less than a minute. If we could do it real quick. Hello, hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi, my name is Lyric, and
Hi.
I have a couple of questions I would like to ask. I'm sorry, I'm a little shaking. It's just.
No worries.
So I have too many questions for you, Lauren. My first question is, how did you get really good and so badass in martial arts? As being a martial artist and knowing how to have good combat and stuff. And that's what I'm hoping for in Terrifier 4. Boy, Art better start running.
First of all, great name. I love it.
Thank you.
I've been doing martial arts my whole life. Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Michelle Yeoh, huge inspirations for me. Like Bruce Lee is dead, but the rest I would pass out probably if I met them. I still train martial arts. It's just my favorite thing in the world, and I really love hitting a heavy bag. I think I have anger issues, but it's fine. And it's just, it's if you do it long enough, and I've done it my whole life, you kind of get good at it. That is one thing I will say I am good at. I won't always say I'm good at, like, even at acting, I'm like, debatable. But martial arts I am very good at, and I appreciate that, so thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
And
We're just have time for one last. We're actually out of time, but
I'm so
we have
sorry.
one person behind you that we can try to get to
Come
real
to
quick.
our table,
Come to the table
okay?
right after.
And we'll
Come to
talk.
the table.
I'm dead.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lyric.
Thank you so much. All right, hi. If we can make this super quick so we don't
Hey,
get in
what's
trouble.
up? My name's Vicente.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
So you talk about horror crossover, and I forgot to ask David when I saw him at SinisterCon in Sacramento. How would art interact with Freddy Krueger, specifically Robert Englund post Nightmare Warriors, the goofy Freddy?
It'd be pretty fun because in Terrifier 3, when he's like kind of hibernating in that like attic, like imagine if he does another one of those hibernating moments, and if he actually, I don't know if he's asleep or what's going on, but if he is asleep, just have like a full-on brawl? I don't know what they would do. Would they help each other? Would they start like a tag team moment? Like,
I don't know why I have this instinct that they would get sick of each other so fast, because I think they're both like Leos, and I think they both would just be like, I'm the center of attention. No, I am. I just feel like they would get really sick of each other and probably try to. I think they would get annoyed, honestly. Okay. That's just my instinct, but who knows?
That would make for a great movie if they kept trying to outdo each other.
All right,
Thank you so much.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you guys for hanging out with us
Thank
here.
you. Thank you
Thank
guys.
you guys.
Oh my God.
Thank you
What a
all for
great
hanging
crowd,
out with us.
honestly.
So before we go, one last thing. You want to take a gigantic group selfie with
Yeah,
all
let's
these folks
do
here?
it.
So if you guys want to gather up by the stage, not on the stage, by the stage.